Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how to find investors with the #1 referral process. All right, so you're looking for private money or joint venture partners or capital partners in order to raise capital and do more deals. That's great. But where do you find these people? Well, if you've got even one or two investor partners on board already, and even if you don't, the biggest bang for your buck is going to be with referrals. And today and in this series of videos, we're going to go over my #1 referral process and show you exactly how to dial it in and raise a lot more capital, a lot faster and a lot easier with referrals. Stay tuned. All right, so first of all, let's take a look at why are referrals so powerful? Why should we even be focusing on this? And there are many different reasons why referrals are really powerful, especially when it comes to raising capital. And probably the biggest reason is because it's an instant trust shortcut. What do I mean by that is when you have an investor or somebody refer you to a friend or a family member or business associate of theirs that they have a pre-existing relationship with, you are piggybacking on years, if not decades, of relationship building already. You're just cutting straight to the front of the line because your trust, their trust with that person is being immediately transferred onto you. You know, it would take you years and years and years to build up that kind of relationship and that kind of trust with the person starting from scratch. But because you got referred by their friend who they already trust and who they already have a relationship with, then it is a massive shortcut. Some other reasons that referrals are so powerful is what I've seen over the years is the person that is referred to you as an investor partner, #1, tends to invest a lot faster than other investors. They tend to invest a lot more money than other investors, and they tend to refer other people to you. So you got a triple whammy. They're faster, they invest more, and they refer more. So that's why you really want to focus on getting as many referrals as possible. And the great news is getting referrals can grow your investor network exponentially very quickly, right? One person can turn into 2 people, can turn into 4 people, can turn into 10 people, and so on and so on and so on. So you really want to focus on spending some time and effort on dialing in your referral process. We're going to go through that in more detail over the upcoming videos, as well as a few tips in this one. But first of all, let's take a look at some of the common mistakes people make when they're looking for referrals, especially for capital partners. And one of the biggest mistakes is bad timing, right? You have to time the ask correctly. So you want to make sure that you are asking for a referral after a positive experience. So I've seen people ask for referrals at the wrong time, like asking for referrals from somebody who's not really that keen on them in the first place or who's had a negative experience with them. That's not going to work very well. So you want to make sure that you time the ask properly. Next big mistake I see people making is that they're very pushy about how they ask for referrals. This has to be a very kind of a laid back kind of a thing, a casual kind of thing, not an over the top real estate agent pushing for referrals kind of scenario. So you want to have a classy way of asking for these at the right time. So don't make the other person feel pressured into giving you referrals. You want to make them feel happy about the idea of giving you referrals. And then the third big mistake I see people making is that they overtly try to bribe people to refer their friends and their family members to them. And this can really, I mean, on the outset, it seems to make sense. You know, hey, I'll give you $1,000 if you refer somebody who becomes an investor with me. On the outset, that sounds appealing, but the reality is it almost sounds like a bribe. And quite frankly, if somebody's investing 50, 75, 100, 200,000 with you in a deal, they're not going to be willing to risk their relationship with a close friend or business associate or family member for $1,000. And it feels kind of cheap, it feels kind of cheesy if you overtly offer them a reward like that. There is a much better way to do it that is much more effective. And the bottom line is getting referrals, getting this dialed in, doing this regularly and consistently can have a huge long-term positive impact on your real estate investing business. If you're like most mom and pop real estate investors that I know, you don't need dozens or hundreds of investor partners to do all the deals that you want to do. Chances are you only need 5 to 10 investor partners and to recycle their money on a regular basis to do all the deals you'd ever want to do. So a referral can make a huge, huge difference short-term and long-term with your real estate investing business. So I've got some great example on how referrals have really played out well for some of our clients. One of them is a young couple that I know, Jake and Leanna, and they really dialed it in with getting referrals from their parents of all people. Their parents came on board and are investors with them in some of their deals, and they've encouraged their parents very strategically to refer them to their parents' friends, because those folks tend to have a lot more money and access to capital than Jake and Leanna's cohort, right? They're a much younger group. So they're able to get referrals to their parents' friends, have meetings with those people and get them engaged, get them on board with them and their deals. Another great example is my friend Ron Geddert. And Ron has really dialed in his referral process, and he's consistently able to get 3 to 4 referrals a year for his rent-to-own deals, and that has made all the difference in his business. All right, so over the next series of 5 videos, we're going to take a deep, deep dive into my whole process that I call the #1 investor referral process. And this is going to be a way for you to really dial in exactly when to ask for referrals, how to ask for referrals, how to reward for referrals in a very classy way, and how to set this up on autopilot. So stay tuned for future videos. All right, if you like the idea of raising private capital, accessing OPM to do more deals faster and achieve your goals better, then you're going to love my book. It not only talks about the referral process, it talks about my entire money partner formula. Get it at investorattractionbook.com or click on the link in the description below.